It's Thursday, November 9th. You're listening to Your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. Republican presidential hopefuls back on the debate stage in Florida.
And Donald Trump's a lot different guy than he was in 2016. He owes it to you to be on this stage and explain why he should get another chance.
Anybody who's going to be spending the next year and a half of their life focusing on keeping themselves out of jail and courtrooms cannot lead this party or this country.
Foreign policy was a major issue as war rages between Israel and Hamas. Governor Ron DeSantis.
I would be telling Bibi, finish the job once and for all.
And with the frontrunner, former President Trump, skipping another debate, a big question for the Republican hopefuls was why they should be the alternative.
I think he was the right president at the right time. I don't think he's the right president now.
Meantime, former President Trump was just miles away from the debate in South Florida, holding his own rally.
Somebody said, one of the dumber ones, he doesn't have the courage to stand up. Well, listen, I'm standing in front of tens of thousands of people right now, and it's on television. That's a hell of a lot harder to do than a debate.
During the event, Trump received the endorsement from Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, one of his former White House press secretaries. A proposed constitutional amendment aimed at protecting abortion rights in Florida faces legal pushback from state leaders. The measure would allow abortions to remain legal until the fetus is viable. The group, Florida Protecting Freedom, says it's gotten nearly 500,000 signatures so far, meaning another 400,000 are needed by February 1st. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody is asking the state Supreme Court to keep the measure off next year's ballot, saying the language could confuse voters. News 6 political expert Jim Clark says if the court rules in Moody's favor, supporters likely won't have time to refile.
They're worried that it will drive Democratic turnout and maybe influence an election. So they want those off the ballot, and this is one way to do it.
Floridians Protecting Freedom has until next Wednesday to respond to Moody's challenge. And Disney says it's seeing a jump in attendance at its theme parks around the world, except in Central Florida. According to a new earnings report released yesterday, Disney's Parks division saw a 23% increase in profit during the 2023 fiscal year, totaling nearly $9 billion. The company credits Disneyland in California, along with international parks and cruises. But Disney World is in a slump, with CEO Bob Iger blaming wage inflation and the Magic Kingdom's 50th anniversary celebration, which led to large crowds last fiscal year. Meantime, SeaWorld reports a nearly 3% drop in attendance during the most recent quarter compared to the same period last year. The company blames bad weather for the decline. Find these top stories along with local news, weather, and traffic all day on clickorlando.com. And now, a completely random Florida fact. Guy Bradley was Florida's first game warden. Bradley is the son of one of the famous barefoot mailmen and became Florida's first game warden in Monroe County after witnessing the devastation of bird plume hunting, which was funded by a fashion craze in the early 20th century. He patrolled the area from Naples to Key Largo and the Everglades single-handedly. But in 1905, while confronting two men he suspected were poaching egrets, the suspects opened fire with their rifle, killing Bradley. The men were found not guilty. The warden's wife and two young children, though, were given a home in Key West, paid for by donations secured by the Florida Audubon Society. Thanks, Jay, for sending along that nugget of history. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMG in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Subscribe for new episodes wherever you like to listen.